Kenny Loggins was #1, sharing it with When Doves Cry by Prince. They've been around a while. And he retreats now to Walker. And they work it through to McLean. Goes backwards, finds some space, and Walker. They'll combine the Blues again, and they'll get out of trouble. Jamison to the speedy Walker, and onto the left. The kick to Cruiser. It was absolutely perfect in the end.
Some of his technique work, whether it be on the ground, in ruck work.
The high ball from Toby Green, back towards full forward. O'Halpin couldn't get a run at it, and Walker, such a good aerialist, didn't require anything spectacular that time, but just wrapped it up safely. Top of the goal square, and they can set up again from deep in defence, and no one there. A little bit of inexperience here from GWS, although the bounce was inexperienced in its own way from Walker. Sliding O'Halpin, and Walker in to mop up, and that's nice. The fact that he's jogged off, there's no guarantee that there's nothing serious. We know that Bunteen, Walker closing the gap. He's done that brilliantly. Handball over the top now for Henderson. He's kicked two already. He centres the ball. That was a wonderful kick. Yaron's mark.
So the safe long ball down the middle of the ground. Big fly, Walker, safe hands.
Play on.
And just quickly onto that left boot. One of the players, it doesn't really matter which side he runs to. Went look have a bit of a rest when needed. So Walker goes short, and Waite, who's been around a long time, gets on the end of a beautiful pass.
He admits to being a fan of Backstreet Boys, and his ringtone is a Metallica song. It's an eclectic mix. Well done, Walker.
Well, Andrew Walker's had a really busy afternoon. I just want to show you 3 passages of play that he was involved in that quarter. He's had 28 disposals for the game. He's running at 86% disposal efficiency. Here he is just outside the arc in the forward line, hitting the target, this Waite. So he's a great ball disposer, and then here he is just reading the play again, and he plays the back half like a midfielder. They tried to take him out of the game. He's been taken deep into the forward line of the Giants, and he's still able to defend. There is he talking to Mick Malthouse at 3/4 time. He's just been outstanding. 18 of those have been uncontested as well, so he can read the play. He gets around the back, and then he's used very much as that architect, as we spoke about earlier in the afternoon. The other news here.
Through Walker with that speed, left or right. He chooses the right. Now the long ball. Again, it's Waite. Moore does a good job of it, and he sees it through for one behind.
Thank goodness it's a behind. Here. He runs onto the football. He sends it long into the pocket. Look at Garlett get onto the end of that. That was a brilliant kick into the space that Garlett was required to run into.
And Garlett's got pace to burn to get on the end of it.
Kicked 2 last week, and what a season he's had. 23 goals, 12 in 2013. Having a wonderful year. Now this is a tough kick from there. Now they're going to see this. Aaron had a little bit too much on it. Moore got there first. Nice handball forward, Adams. Cornelio might be in a bit of trouble. Here is Garlett. Look out. He's so dangerous from here. He won't miss that, and doesn't.
Ruckman and Cruiser forward to Casbolt on the half volley. They're desperate now. Here's Jeffy Garlett with speed. What can he conjure? Picks it up, goes around the corner. Jeffy's got 2.
It's a very clever centering ball. Menzel, Garlett, they're all around the area. Green, a little fumble, can be so costly. Green did okay. Garlett was in there, wrapped the footy up and in work. Simpson now comes across, and here's Garlett on defensive 50. He can run here. He's got Green with him. He sums up the options. He decided not to take him on, and he kicks long down the line instead. It wasn't the dive. It's been a good game of footy, and GWS certainly staying with them. 2-2 this term, 2-1 Carlton. So a point more. They've outscored their opponents. But look out, here's Garlett. He gets it just forward of the centre circles. No one inside 50. He goes for the outside of the boot, not for the first time. Perhaps he could have kept running. Again, Haim, I think that's what the big crowd wanted. They
just intercepts, picks it off easily. And suddenly it's to Garlett with a bit of space. Waite further afield, so too Henderson as options. In the end, it's Waite who's on the hard lead.
Green, it was important that he marked there. He didn't. Garlett sweating on him, and Garlett can make you pay every time, in fact. Round. Curno's kick. That was brilliantly done by Yaron into the path of Armfield. He's got all the speed. Oh, how about that party trick? Garlett will waltz in and kick his 4th. That was unbelievable.
For the Giants, as we loom towards another 100-point blowout, but the Blues, they've been impressive all afternoon to bleed against this young, inexperienced side. And as Tim and Tom have alluded.
For the line. Love
Argentine flat-footed. Has he kept it in? He has kept it in. This might bring the roof down. Armfield, wonderful goal.
What about the speed?
He sends it underground. It was the right idea, just didn't have enough on it. And Armfield's kick into the middle of the ground. It loops over the top. Menzel gives it back to Armfield and then Wait on the lead. He marks on his chest. Moore right there with him. Sends the ball into space for Armfield. Callan Ward doing the chasing. This is going to be interesting. We know all about his electrifying pace.
It was at half-time. Looking forward to Tim speaking to Andrew Carazzo at half-time. One of these Blues that are watching on this afternoon. Armfield sweeps it to Henderson. Well, it's around the corner. It's to a pretty dangerous spot.
Ball towards the 50. Interesting. It falls for Armfield. Now Gibbs. Great.
He had it and it was just slapped away in the end. Good defensive work in the end. And you're going to run into trouble holding the ball, but great living from this game of AFL. Trying to get in the good books with Mick Malthouse by wearing moustache, but that won't get him in the good books by just
round. Curno's kick. That was brilliantly done by Yaron into the path of Armfield. He's got all the speed. Oh, how about that party trick? Garlett will waltz in and kick his fourth. That was unbelievable.
On the football, Gibbs just looks wide. He's got Armfield. If he marks, will he keep going? I reckon he will. He runs into the open goal. Dennis, he's been great this afternoon.